Hello, my name is Bobby Kagans, and I'm a gunsmith here at Flint River Precision. Today, we're doing the first of a series of videos on the Springfield Prodigy. In this video, we're going to focus on replacing the grip. So the tools that we're going to be using today are two 1/16 Allen wrenches, a 1/8 Allen wrench, an 1/8 inch punch, and a small flat blade screwdriver, and a shop hammer with a soft face on the mallet. So the first thing we're going to do is take our Springfield Armory Prodigy pistol and ensure that it is unloaded. The first step is to remove the slide from the frame. We can set the slide aside. We're through with it for now. The next step will be to remove the thumb safety. The hammer must be cocked to remove the thumb safety. So we're going to start by bringing the thumb safety 3/4 of the way up, wiggling it back and forth, and bringing it out while being careful not to lose the plunger tube spring assembly. Then we'll remove the right side of the ambi safety and set them aside. Now we can release the hammer and remove the beaver tail grip safety. The next step will be to drive out the mainspring housing retainer pin. Now we'll remove the mainspring housing and the sear spring. The next step will be to remove the grip screws and bushings. So with the screw halfway out, we'll tap it to help drive the bushing out. The screw comes out, and there's the bushing. Over to the other side. Halfway out, tap it to drive out the bushing. And now we need to remove the front trigger guard screws. So there are 2 screws here. You'll need 2 Allen wrenches to remove them. There's one out, and then I'll push the other one out. Now the grip will come off of the frame. Now that we have the grip removed from the frame, we'll want to remove our trigger. In order to do that, we have to take out the mag release. With a flat blade screwdriver, take your index finger of your left hand and press the mag release while putting counterclockwise pressure on the screw. Now we can take our trigger out and start with replacing parts in the metallic grip. So we'll take the mainspring housing from the metallic grip and remove it. Then we need to take the mag release out of the metallic grip the same way we did with the polymer grip. While pressing on it, I like to bump the screwdriver until I get into the right alignment. There's a notch inside the grip, and the mag release has to be pushed over so that notch aligns. And while you're applying pressure and doing a reverse counterclockwise motion, you can kind of feel when it goes in that notch. So now we're going to put our Prodigy trigger into the grip and reinstall the mag release. Mag release, again, has to be pressed out slightly to get it to go back into notch alignment. At this point, we're ready to take the grip and slip it on the frame. Make sure we have a good seat, and then we can start installing our bushings and our grip screws. you want to make sure that you have your bushings aligned with the shelf in the frame. Once those are tight, we can go to the front, the trigger guard bushings. Get the barrel side pressed in. Then we'll take the screw side. Simply tighten the two together. Now we're ready to replace our mainspring housing parts. So we'll take our factory Prodigy mainspring housing and press down on the mainspring while pressing out the mainspring retainer pin. In the mainspring housing, there'll be a bottom plunger, a top plunger, and a spring. We need all three of those parts, along with the spring retainer pin, to put it into our new mainspring housing. So we're just going to compress the spring and put the pin in the hole. Now that we've moved our parts to the mainspring housing, we can start putting the gun back together. I'm going to put the sear spring back in the grip, ensuring that the left leg of the sear spring is on the sear. We're going to start the mainspring housing back in the gun, roll our strut down, and install the beaver tail. So temporarily, we'll use our 1/8" punch to hold the mainspring housing in place. We'll need to cock the hammer to reinstall the safety. So we're going to start with our right side safety, get it in first, and we'll take our plunger tube assembly, spring assembly. The small plunger goes to the front. Get that in place. Now we'll raise the right side safety just a little, go in until we get alignment in the Y yoke. With your flat blade screwdriver, you want to just slightly press forward on the plunger assembly until the safety will close. Now we're going to install the Dawson Ice mag well. Once we have the mag well installed on the gun, we can bring the top end back to the frame, align our link, install the slide stop lever, and now we can perform a safety and function test. So, does not fire, does not fire. So that's how we replace the grip on the Springfield Prodigy with the Warwick Tactical grip model. This one happens to be aluminum. Steel versions are available also. In future series, we're going to go through replacing the ambi safety. This one is a MIM part. We'll be replacing it with a billet part. We're also going to replace the fire controls, the sear, hammer, and disconnector. Thanks for watching.